Let me ask you this question. If 2 years ago you ran a service call for somebody and you haven't communicated or done any additional work with them since then, are they still your customer? Now, when I ask that question in classes, a lot of times I'll hear, well, yeah. Not likely. See, chances are, a couple of years ago, when they needed service, they did a quick Google search, right? Or they looked in the Yellow Pages to find a contractor that could fit their needs. And they picked somebody that called you. If you haven't communicated with them 2 years, likely they're simply going to go back to their quick Google search and do a search for another HVAC, plumbing, electrical, pool and spa, whatever type of work you do, right? And they're going to pick somebody new. Right? That could be based off of ratings. It could be based off of ad placement. It could be based off of a whole number of things. Right? And so the thing is, you need to be communicating with your customer on a regular basis. If you're not, they're probably forgetting about you. Right? So who is your customer? That does also beg the other question is, who is your customer? Is it the home or is it the home owner? Right? And who are we communicating with? When I ask this question in class, who is the customer, the home or the homeowner, I will get both answers. Well, it's the address, all right? Or it's the person who owns that home or place of business. I would say both. Could be the home. It could be, it is the home, right? And it is the homeowner. So that would actually bring up, anytime I see somebody moving, one of my technicians is driving past a home and they see moving van in front of that home, right? I'm going to make contact with that customer. And it's important that you do that. Think about it. Have you moved in the last 10 years? What was the result? Did you notice that after you moved, you started getting bombarded with flyers from, Home Depot and Lowe's and other home improvement stores and, department stores and places like that? Of course you did. Why is that? Home Depot has spent a lot of money on this piece of the puzzle, and they know that without a question of a doubt, when somebody moves into a new home, whether it's brand new or new to them, they will spend more money on that home within the first 15 months than they will spend in the next 18 years. And what you provide falls into that category, spending the money on the products and services that you provide. If you're not going to get a piece of that in the first 15 months, odds are you've lost out on a bunch of that for the next 15 years, right? So look at that piece of the puzzle, right? That would actually, you could look at that and say, okay, I'm going to have two different letters, communications that I'm going to have. The first one would be addressed to the home owner. If you know where they moved to and they're still in your geographical area, send them a letter, right, from the owner of the company. It can be as simple as this: Dear Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we'd like to take, at ABC, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to provide the comfort in your home over the last number of years. It has truly been our pleasure. We'd love to have the opportunity to provide the same great level of comfort in your new home. Tell a little bit about your company, sign off as the owner of the company, send it off to them at their new home. Right, again, you've already developed that relationship over the last number of years. Hang on to it. Don't lose that customer. The second communication would go to, if you have it, the actual home, right? And again, if you know who bought that property, and again, you can look that up in public records and in some of the real estate listings. Different markets handle it a little bit differently, right? But that one might be, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Smith, congratulations on the purchase of your new home. We at ABC installed the system in that home 5 years ago. Nobody in town knows it as well as we do. We would love to have the opportunity to provide the same great level of comfort and service to you as we did to the former homeowners. Tell a little bit about your company. Again, congratulations, sign off as the owner of the company, send that off to them. Again, it costs a lot of money to get a customer. So once we have them, number one, we want to communicate with them. Number two, if they move, we still want to communicate with them. We want to hang on to those. So 2 points in here. Number one, your existing customers, you need to be communicating with them. What are you doing on a regular basis to communicate with those customers that are already in the fold? Second, anytime that they relocate, you want to communicate with both the homeowner at their new location as well as the new owners of the old home. Hang on to those customers you have, increase your customer base by communication.